Okay, in the previous class, we discussed about input impedance of short and open circuited transmission lines. Okay, so that short and open circuited transmission lines, they find many applications in the communication system design. Okay, we are implementing many circuits using short and open circuited transmission lines. Okay, that in the earlier class we studied about application of this lambda by 4 short circuited line. So this is a short circuited transmission line. One end is a short circuited. Okay, so this circuit, if you consider this lambda by 4 transmission line, at one end it is short circuited, its input impedance looks like infinity. Okay, it is not equal to 0 as we expected in case of low and DC frequency. It is not equal to 0 because at low and DC what happens, this transmission lines behaves like a simple short. So if you measure the impedance here, it is same as this whatever we connected at the other end. Okay, but it is not like okay, because of this transmission line is a combination of many components. Okay, so it is a cascade connection of that LCGR. Okay, because of that, if you move away from the load point, this is a load, actually it is short circuit, ZL equal to 0. If you move from the load point a distance of lambda by 4, impedance is not equal to 0, it is equal to infinity, it looks like infinity. So automatically, see, if you connect a source here, to the input side here, current will not be drawn by this circuit because there is a infinite impedance at this position. So the source looks like connected to a open here. Okay, open means automatically it doesn't draw any current. Actually, at a distance of lambda by 4 from the source, see, this is for example connected to source here, source is connected at this end. Okay, at a distance lambda by 4 there is a short is there, but current will not be drawn by this circuit. Current is a 0 here because impedance at this position, the end way to which source is connected, at that position the impedance is infinity. So to the source there is a open circuit here. To the source there is a open circuit here. Automatically no current will be drawn by this. Zero current will drawn by this circuit. Even a short is here. That is one of the property of that transmission line. It find application as I explained in the earlier class. This application. Okay. Similarly, here also open circuited lambda by 4. Open circuited lambda by 4 transmission line. Length is lambda by 4. So what happens here? Even open is here. Open circuit is here. But if you move away like this under distance lambda by 4, you measure the impedance, it looks like a 0 impedance. See, 0. Okay, it is not equal to infinity here. It looks like a 0. So if you connect a source, it will draw current. Okay, that happens in case of transmission lines. Okay, that is this is applicable for some applications. These properties are used for some applications at RF and microwave circuit to design. So actually this lambda by 4, if a length is lambda by 4, this is happening inversion. It can also called as impedance inversion. Okay, this lambda by 4 transmission line inverse the impedance. Okay, it is 0 here, but we will be getting infinity here. Okay, similarly open here, but we will be getting short at the input side. So like input, it is a transforms load to a inverted value as a impedance inversion takes place in case of lambda by 4 transmission lines. Okay, short and open circuited. But in general also, see, instead of this open and lambda by 4 lines, okay, you can take a transmission line, short circuited transmission line or a open circuited transmission line of any length, some length, okay. That we were studying in the earlier class. Input impedance of open and short circuited lossless transmission lines. So in general case, instead of D is lambda by 4, if you take any value, okay, it is short circuited here. Then the input impedance is given by, see, this is a general expression for input impedance at any distance. See, this is a distance from the load. If you move like this, impedance changes. Okay, you depending on the value of D, input impedance will be there. Okay, so load may be anything here. Now in our case it is a load is 0 here, short circuit. These are also called as a stub, short circuit stub. Okay, short stub, this is called as a short stub because they find application. We will see those, what are the applications. Okay, this is also called as a short circuited stub here. It may be of any length d, not only lambda by 4. If it is lambda by 4, automatically input impedance is infinity here. If d is here lambda by 4, we will be getting infinite impedance if d is equal to lambda by 4. For other values, so this is a general expression. This is a general expression for input impedance. So input impedance as the distance if the length of the line changes, okay, the impedance is given by, see, substitute ZL equal to 0 in this equation. 0, this is 0 here, okay. Remaining is j z0 tan beta d in the numerator, and in the denominator z0. So this is cancelled. Remaining is, that is a j z0 tan beta d. This is the input impedance of a short circuited line of any impedance, any length. So the length may be provided. Length may be anything. It may be 0.5 lambda or 0.4 lambda, whatever it is. Okay, 0.1. What is the input impedance? Just to substitute that value here, they will be providing the characteristic impedance Z0. Okay, and based on the length d, that is at what distance you are from the load. From the load, d is measured like this. Okay, for example, 0.1 lambda, d is equal to 0.1 lambda. What is the input impedance? That you can calculate using this equation. Similarly, any value, d may be anything. Okay, based on the length of the line, you can get what is the input impedance. So now you can observe here in this equation, ZSC, input impedance of this short circuited transmission line, it is JZ0 tan beta d. It is a real number, is correct? It is a real number. See, but I can, sorry, it is not a real, it is a reactance. ZSC, we are measuring the input impedance, but input impedance for short circuited transmission lines is given by this equation, general expression. It depends upon the value of distance d. Okay, but we can see here it is a only reactance. There is no real part. Is correct? Real part is 0. J Z0 tan beta d. R is not there, only X is there. R plus Jx. Impedance means, how do you represent impedance? R plus Jx. But R is not there. Real term is not there. So input impedance of short circuited transmission line. See, if you take a short circuited line like this, transmission line, if you move like this, if you move like to any distance, the impedance is consists only reactive term. There is no real term. Okay, impedance is only reactive. See, like this, J Z0 tan, its X value will be there, only X value, there is no real. So if you move like this, only X value, there is no real part. Okay, impedance is reactive only. Okay, and it depends upon the distance. Okay, reactive means what is the meaning? Okay, impedance R plus Jx, you know, impedance is given by R plus Jx. R means resistance. R means resistance. Okay, what is X then? Any load, if you can, any impedance, if you consider R plus Jx. Okay, R means resistance. Okay, what is X here? X means it is a impedance of the capacitor or inductor, is correct? X means inductance or capacitance. There must be a capacitor or a inductor. Okay, so there is a only the, see here, as you move like this, impedance is looking like only consists of reactance like this. Okay, that's why. So now if you, so it is a function of distance here. If it is a function of distance. Now if you plot this as a function of distance, ZSC, if you plot as a function of distance, it varies. See, it varies. It is 0 here. At the load point, it is 0. And as the distance increases like this, distance go on increasing. Whenever d is equal to lambda by 4, the impedance looks like a infinity. Reactance value is infinity, and it changes again. Okay, that plot is drawn here. You see here, this this is the one, it is a function of distance. ZSC, input impedance, is a function of the distance, and it is drawn here. Plot is here, this plot. Instead of taking this JZ0 here, you take a ZSC divided by JZ0. ZSC divided by JZ0, because JZ0 is a constant. Okay, you can take it to the denominator of this, and only it is a function, impedance is a function of distance. You plot it, vary the distance and plot. This is the distance axis. See, like this, as you move from here, like this, you move like this. Okay, when d is equal to 0, d is equal to 0 here, d is equal to 0, it should be 0 impedance, because short circuit is a 0 impedance. And if you move like this, the value of this increases, tan beta d, value, tan beta d, as the d increases, its value increases, reactance value, it increases like this, it is increasing like this. Okay, whenever d is lambda by 4, okay, it takes the maximum value, infinity. See, infinity, see, like in the previous one, when the length of the line is equal to lambda by 4, see this case, when the length of the line is lambda by 4, we will be getting infinity. It is a short here, but distance if you travel, it looks like infinity. So it is infinity here. Okay, and after that, what happens here, the reactance value, you go on further increase behind lambda by 4, go up further like this. Okay, what happens, the impedance becomes a negative infinity here. See, behind this lambda by 4. Okay, and afterwards further if you move like this, reactance is a negative, and it decreases like this, negative, it becomes negative and it decreases this reactance, this tan beta d after lambda by 4 to lambda by 2, if you substitute here in this equation, this term become negative, greater than lambda by 4 and up to lambda by 2. So if d is 0 to lambda by 4, it is positive like this. So this is positive value, that means reactance is positive. And if you put a length increases behind lambda by 4 and up to lambda by 2, this term becomes negative, that means a negative reactance, minus jx, you will be observing. Okay, so that happens here, reactance, see, up to this you go like this. Okay, whenever lambda by 4 infinity, reactance increases in the positive direction like this. Okay, once we reach lambda by 4 and you try to go above lambda by 4 length, reactance suddenly changes, become negative reactance like this. And up to lambda by 4, if you move, what happens, that reactance will become negative and it will start decreasing like this. Okay, and it becomes 0 again at lambda by 2. So at lambda by 2, it becomes 0. It should become 0 because this impedance repeats lambda by 2 distance. Okay, so same 0 impedance here, that 0 repeats here. Okay, and afterwards if you go behind this lambda by 2 distance, what happens, again this part repeats, this part of the one repeats. See, like this, this is the positive reactance. Okay, so when the length of the line is see, if the length of the line is 0 to lambda by 4, if you take a length of the line 0 to lambda by 4, the reactive impedance you will be getting. Okay, positive reactance. If the length is greater than lambda by 4 and within lambda by 2, the negative reactance, you will be finding negative reactance. Okay, so this reactance means what, either capacitor or inductor. Okay, positive reactance means it is a inductor, negative reactance means it is a capacitor. Okay, so what happens is, see, ZSC, this ZSC either look like a inductor or a capacitor. This circuit, this entire whatever it is, okay, this looks like either inductor or a capacitor. See, if the length is 0 to lambda by 4, this entire circuit, this part looks like there is a inductor. Okay, inductor can be implemented any way, any type. Inductor may be any type. You can implement the inductor in any way. See, we studied the inductor in the earlier class. See here, inductor is like this. See here, inductor. What are the, how do we implement the inductor? This also inductor, this is also inductor, 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 like this. It's all inductors. There are different ways for implementing the inductor. So what we wanted is between the two terminals, between the two, whatever it may be, this may be, this structure may be anything. This it may be a transformer, wire wound, or it may be shaped like this, whatever it is. What we wanted, if you measure in between these two, there must be a reactance, positive reactance. Then it is an inductor. Then it is an inductor, whatever it may be. Okay. So see, in our case also, in our transmission lines, between the two terminals, so like this, as we inductor can be implemented by anything structure like this. Okay, it may be whatever it may be a wire or whatever it is, but what we needed between these two terminal, if you measure, it must be a reactance, positive reactance. Then we call it as a inductor. So inductor of any value, based on the reactance we can calculate what is the inductor value. X, based on the x is equal to omega L. X we will be measuring, based on the frequency we will calculate inductor, what is the value of inductor. So what we do first, we will measure reactance here. Okay, based on the reactance value we can calculate what is the inductor offered by this structure. Okay, so you can see now, it may be like any inductor can be implemented anywhere like this, but what we need, whatever it may be, shape or whatever it is, device, whatever it may be, input impedance if you measure, it must be positive reactance. Then this is the behaving like a inductor, this structure behaving like a inductor. Okay, so that you can observe here. In our case, this is okay, in this case, see here, what we are doing, we are measuring the input. This is a transmission line we are keeping. Instead of wounded wire, we are keeping a transmission line. But what we are doing, we are measuring the impedance here. It is coming a positive reactance. If the length of this line is less than lambda by 4, you keep a length d less than lambda by 4, what we are getting, you are getting positive reactance impedance here. Between these two terminal we are getting positive reactance. That means this part is behaving like an inductor. As we said, it may be anything. It is a wire wound or a transformer or some other structure. But what we need, it may be anything. But here between, if you measure here, if it is a positive reactance, then this structure is behaving like a inductor. So that we are observing here. So we can use transmission line as an inductor, because if you take a d less than 0 to lambda by 4, any value, there is a reactance, positive reactance we will be getting here. Positive reactance means this structure, whatever we have, it is behaving like an inductor. So we can use this transmission line for as an inductor. As an inductor you can use. Okay, so that's the property of inductor. Instead of taking a wire wound inductor, because it is difficult to implement at a high frequency, so we can use this transmission line itself of a length, particular length. We will see how to calculate the length based on our inductor value. Okay, it will offer positive inductance. Okay, that inductance value depends on d. See, this inductance value or whatever reactance we are getting some reactance, positive reactance. This ZSC becomes reactance, positive reactance. Okay, that depends upon the value of d. What is the length we are taken? If a d is 0, we will be getting some reactance. If d is equal to lambda by 8, lambda by something, whatever it is, we will be getting different values of x value, different value of x. That means reactance. That is an inductor, that is associated with the inductor. So inductor value depends on d, length of the line. Vary the length, reactance changes. Reactance changes means inductance changes. Okay, so that's why just by varying the length of the line, we can get a reactance, inductive effect. Inductor, it behaves like an inductor. Okay, so if a length is from 0 to lambda by 4, it behaves like a positive reactance. That means the line behaves like an inductor. Okay, and if you take a length of the line lambda by 4 to lambda by 2, you take greater than lambda by 4, up to lambda by 4 and greater than lambda by 4 if the length of the line, it becomes negative reactance. This has become negative. Negative means it is a capacitor. This part looks like this one. If D is greater than lambda by 4, the input impedance becomes a negative reactance. So automatically this is behaving like a capacitor. So we can use it for capacitor application as a capacitor. Okay, and that capacitor value depends on D, because the reactance value depends on the D. As the D changes, reactance changes. Reactance changes means capacitance changes. Okay, so this we can make use as a capacitor also. So up to lambda by 4 you can use it as a inductor, and that inductor value depends on what is the value from 0 to lambda by 4. Okay, similarly we can use the same line, short circuited line, as a capacitor also, but your length should be greater than lambda by 4 and within lambda by 2. Within lambda by 2. Okay, it behaves like a capacitor. This transmission line itself we can use as a capacitor. Okay, that's why at a high frequency there are no discrete capacitor and inductor. We are not using discrete capacitor and inductor. Okay, transmission lines are used as a capacitors and a inductor for implementing a filter, or it may be phase shifter. Many most of our applications circuit design we need a capacitor, inductor and all. They are using transmission lines instead of discrete or lumped elements. Okay, because the input impedance of this short circuit and also open circuit, we will see that it becomes a reactance. Reactance behaves like a reactance, either positive reactance or a negative reactance based on the value of D. Okay, negative reactance, and that negative reactance again changes as the length of the line changes. Okay, so like these transmission lines can be used as a inductor or a capacitor at high frequency operation. So that is what I have shown here. You see here. So this is drawn as a function here, as a distance. Okay, first of lambda by 4 distance, it behaves like a inductor, positive reactance. Next quarter line, lambda by 4 to lambda by 2, it behaves like a capacitor. And the same property, whatever here repeats again. You can use either this also. See, this is for example, I want a x value or inductor. I want to get a inductance. Okay, I can use length maybe up to this greater than lambda by 2, or some value within lambda by 4. Usually shorter transmission lines we want to implement. Okay, so usually we will take from 0 to lambda by 4 for implementing the inductor, and lambda by 4 to lambda by 2 implement the capacitor. Okay, so like that these transmission lines are used for implementing inductor and capacitor. That I have expanded this. See in this plot. So here to here, positive reactance means it behaves like a inductor. Transmission line behaves like a inductor, because it is anyway what we want between these two terminals. There should be a positive reactance. Okay, so that is we can obtain from this transmission line itself. Okay, by taking proper value of this D. Okay, we can get a reactance. So this is our two lead of a inductor. Inductor has two leads. Okay, so this is like a two leads, and this may be anything. This is in our case it is a transmission line. That's all. So between these two terminals there is a positive reactance. So this part is behaving like a inductor. So we can use it for inductor as an inductor at a RF and microwave frequency range. Okay, see like this. Similarly, from lambda by 4 to lambda by 2, negative reactance. So it behaves like a capacitor. If you take a length greater than lambda by 4 and within lambda by 2, okay, it is negative, it behaves like a capacitor. We can make use of that. Okay, so this is about a short circuited transmission line of any length, not lambda by 4. It may be based on your inductor value or capacitor value. This D can be obtained. What is the value of D? Based on your inductor. For example, I want x is equal to something, L is equal to something. To get that value, what should be the D? D. Okay, D, here is a D, distance. What is the length of the line? That length of the line decides the value of inductor. Okay, based on your inductor value, you should get the value of D. Okay, that much length transmission line you take, that behaves like a inductor. Okay, one example we will see. So like this is a short circuited transmission line, also called as a stubs, inductor implementation using short stub. This is called as a stub, shorted stub. Okay, we can implement inductor and a capacitor using shorted stub. Okay, one example we will see here. So this is a example. Can you see this? Hello, is it visible? Hello, hello, hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Audible? Audible or not?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Audible.
Audible. Okay. Hi. See now, see this is an example here. For example, I want to implement a inductor. I want to implement inductor using this one. Okay, this transmission line I want to use to implement a inductor. So you can see here what is the input impedance. It is given by Jz naught tan beta d. Jz naught tan beta d here. Okay, so the transmission line inductor, how we can implement. Zs is equal to Jz naught tan beta d. This is general expression for short circuited transmission line. Okay, what is Zs here? It is a reactance, Jx. See, this is a reactance. What is J? This is J, and what is this? Z naught tan beta d is a X. Z naught tan beta d is a X here, X. Okay, X is omega L. For example, I want to implement a inductor. What is X? X is a omega L. Okay, this is Z naught tan beta. This DSC, short length of the for a particular length, this DSC, length of the transmission line. What is this? This is the length of the short circuited line. This length of the short circuited line. Length of this short circuited line depends on the value of L. What value of L you needed? Based on that, this DSC depends, because this is constant. Beta is constant. 2 pi by lambda, it is constant. Omega is also a constant for a given operating frequency. Z naught is constant. So, if you depending on the value of L, we have to choose the length of the transmission line, DSC. This is length of the transmission line you should choose. Okay, so this is the one here. It is J omega L. Okay, or omega L is this JJ cancels here. Omega L is equal to Z naught tan beta DSC. L depends on length, inductor. So what we are doing, we are implementing a inductor using this transmission line. So inductor is given by this equation. See here, Z naught by omega tan beta DSC, length of the transmission line. So all these are constants. Z naught, omega and beta are the constant. So if you want any value of L, you should calculate the value of this DSC. Are you getting? Based on the requirement, you have to calculate the value of DSC. Otherwise, if a DSC is given, L can be calculated. Okay, in the converse approach. Usually what will be given? Implement an inductor using transmission line or a stub. Using short stub, this is a short stub. Using short stub, implement an inductor equal to some value. There will be 1 Henry. For example, implement an inductor equal to 1 Henry using a short circuited stub. Okay, that may be the question. Okay, then what we have to do, based on L, we should calculate what should be the length of the line. Okay, so that is the 1 year. So this length of the line determines the value of L. Okay, so that is I have written here. So based, if L is given, you can get the value of DSC. That is by taking this L omega divided by Z naught here. Okay, then beta d tan beta DSC, tan beta DSC here. This is the one rearranging, just rearranging this equation. Inductor is depends upon the length of the short circuited line. Okay, so just rearranging this, we can get this. What is that? Here is 1 by beta tan inverse of omega L by Z naught. You see here, 1 by beta tan inverse of omega L by Z naught. So if you know the value of L, L is given, for example, implement inductor, L is equal to 1 Henry, 1 nano Henry or 1 pico Henry, whatever it is. You can calculate this, what is the length of the line to provide that inductor. Because See here, inductor reactance increases like this. Reactance is 0 means inductor is value is 0. Reactance increases means, see here, as the length increases, reactance increases means inductor value increases. Inductor value is infinity at lambda by 4. If you take a length equal to lambda by 4, inductor value is infinity. If you take a 0 length, it is 0 inductor. If you take some value here, length is instead of lambda by 4, lesser than lambda by 4. Less than lambda by 4, it will offer some reactance, that is correspond to some inductor value. It is take a some inductor value. Okay, so like that. So inductor is 0 here. Inductor increases like this, increases and takes a maximum value infinity at lambda by 4 length. If you take a lambda by 4 length. Okay, so based on your requirement of L, you can take, you have to calculate the length of the line. This length of the line, that is length based on L. What is the length of this line? This DSC, short circuited stub length. Short DSC means what? Here short circuited stub length. Okay, that we have to calculate. See like this. Here, this is an example. One example I have done here. The question is, create a stub line which will act as an equivalent inductance of 1 nanohenry. Create a stub line. Okay, short circuited stub line. I forgotten to write here. Create a short circuited stub line which will act as an equivalent inductance of 1 nanohenry. Given Z0 is 50 ohm, frequency is 3 gigahertz, and air filled line. Air filled line. Okay. So the question is, use a transmission line 50 ohms. It is Z0 is given means, Z0 means characteristic. Use a transmission line. This is a transmission line. Its characteristic Z0 should be equal to 50 ohm, and it should operate at a frequency of 3 gigahertz. It should operate at a frequency of 3 gigahertz, and the air is there in between the conductor. Two conductor, there is a air is there. Okay, no other material. Air media. Okay. What we have to do? Inductor of 1 nanohenry. We want inductor of 1 nanohenry. This we studied. It behaves like a inductor, but we want 1 nanohenry inductor. 1 nanohenry inductor means we should take a proper length of this. Proper length of this we should take. Then only it provides a 1 nanohenry at the input. See, this is a line. Okay, input impedance what we wanted. It should behave like a 1 nanohenry. Okay, between these two terminal, if you measure, the inductor value must be equal to 1 nanohenry. To get, if you want to have 1 nanohenry, we should take this properly. D, length of the line. Okay, or what is the length of the line? That you can see here. You can easily obtain from this equation. So L is given, you should get the length of the line. Okay, so that I have done here. You see here. Okay, it is C by F. Okay, frequency lambda you calculate, because in this equation beta you needed. Beta means 2 pi by lambda. 2 pi by lambda. Lambda is what? C by F. Air filled. Again, it is air filled means air is there. Okay, in the media, air media. Velocity of the light and wavelength are same as the transmission line wavelength. Okay, C by F. So it is 10 centimeter. 10 centimeter. Okay, what is beta? 2 pi by lambda. Beta is 62.83. You substitute here. You try, all of you try. Lambda 10 here and 2 pi is here. You do that. You will be getting this value, radians per meter. Okay. Next, what you do? This one. Omega 2 pi f. Omega we needed here. Omega we needed here. So omega is 2 pi f. You do that. Okay. This is the one here. Now you substitute those in this equation. DSC equation. Beta you substitute, omega, and L is given. What is L? It is 1 nanohenry. 1 into 10 to the power, nano means 9, minus 9. 1 into 10 to the power minus 9 L value, and Z0 is 50 ohm. It is given. Omega is here, this value, and beta is this value. You substitute in this equation. Okay, you will be getting 5.7 mm. The length of the line is a 5.7 mm. You just take, it is operating at 3 gigahertz. Inductor can be implemented using 5.7 mm, not centimeter. It is mm. So that much a small length. You see now, this is a stub now, short circuited stub. What we did, we took a transmission line, short circuited transmission line with a length is equal to 5.7 mm, and the characteristic impedance of this transmission line is 50 ohm. It is 50 ohm and it is operating at 3 gigahertz. Okay, this is a small piece of transmission line with a impedance, with a length equal to 5.7 mm. Okay, now we measure the impedance here. It shows 1 nanohenry. Here there is no wire wound is there, or transformer is there, or some any other structure is not there. Just a transmission line. It behaves like a inductor of 1 nanohenry. Okay, it is easy to implement also at IC fabrication. ICR you all of you know nowadays it's a fabrication is a MMICs are there. IC fabrication. In the IC fabrication, integrated circuits design, we can easily implement this planar technology. In the planar technology, PCB technology, planar technology, we can easily implement this transmission lines. Okay, so we can easily get the inductor. But if you want to do a wounded inductor, see wire wound inductor, how do you do that wire wounding in the planar technology? In the planar technology, it is not possible to get a wounded wire inductor. But this can be easily implemented, just two lines like this. Okay, with a length of equal to 5.7 mm and short circuited here. Okay, it behaves like an inductor of 1 nanohenry. So that is the advantage of this transmission lines. So these properties of transmission lines are used in the design of RF and microwave amplifier, filters and all. So inductor, they do not put a discrete inductor. Okay, they will put this as a inductor wherever they want. Just a two wire shorted and a particular length. So if you 5.7, it will give a 1 nanohenry based on your length. Okay, so L is equal to 1 nanohenry, it is a 5.7. If for 2 nanohenry, this D is different. Is correct. You should calculate that. You put a 2 nanohenry here, okay, and calculate. And also based on frequency, it depends on frequency also, DSC. Okay, L and this frequency of operation, the length of the line depends here. Okay, so like that these are used for stub, short circuited stub is used as a inductor. Okay, so that is and also you can use it for capacitance application also. Implement capacitor also, you can use this. That means what you have to do here, instead of ZSC, instead of omega L, j omega L, this is equal to 1 by j omega C. This in by 1 by j omega C you have to take. Okay, okay, we will see that. So we can implement a capacitor and inductor using shorted line like this. Okay. Similarly, we can use open circuit also. See here, this is called as open circuited stub. This input impedance open stub, it is called as open stub. Okay, open stub means it is left open here, it is not connected to here. Actually short circuit is there, you see here. Short means we should ground it. Grounding must be there at the one end here. Grounding means one conductor must be connected to the other conductor. Okay, for example, ground plane, one ground plane is the bottom and another conductor is in the top of the substrate. In the microstrip technology, bottom is ground plane, and the top, in between the top conductor and the bottom conductor, there is a dielectric material. One conductor must be shorted to the other conductor. That means we should insert a conductor from top conductor to bottom conductor through the dielectric material. That is called as vias. You might have heard them in a PCB. In PCB, there are vias are there. Vias means from top conductor to bottom conductor we have to join. To join them, we have to drill a hole and we have to put a metal through that hole to connect from top conductor to bottom conductor through the this substrate. Okay, that is there. So it is a little bit work we have to do. Put a short, okay, short circuit stub Okay, you have to take a transmission line, it may be microstrip line. In case of top conductor must be connected to the bottom ground plane, we have to drill a wire and we have to put a metal through that wire to connect a top conductor to bottom conductor, that we have to make to obtain this inductive operation. See, if you want a capacitor or an inductor using shorted stub, we should do that. Okay, okay, instead of that we can go for open circuited stub like this. See, this is open circuited stub, this is also a transmission line, but not connected to the ground here. Top and bottom conductors are not joined together here. Okay, they left open. Okay, so need not to do a wire to connect a top conductor to bottom conductor in this case. Open stub, this is called as a open stub transmission line again. But open circuited, you can use this also, open circuited transmission line, for implementing inductor and capacitor, not only short stub like this, shorted stub. Okay, even you take a open circuited stub like this, this also gives a inductor and capacitance. Okay, so that is here in this slide here. What else? You take a transmission line of any length, open circuit, ZL equal to infinity. So input impedance at any position is given by, general expression is this, load is infinity, that's all. ZL is infinity. ZL may be anything, but in this case what we did, ZL we took infinity here. Okay, ZL infinity, if you put here, what is the input impedance measured here at any position is given by, see here, to put a ZL equal to infinity, we cannot substitute directly here infinity and infinity. So what we have to do, we take a ZL outside this numerator and a denominator, you put like this, ZL. Okay, and here becomes 1, and this is Z0 divided by ZL tan beta d. Similarly here Z0 divided by ZL, here ZL we took out, so here it is a 1. So now this cancels here, and ZL equal to infinity you substitute now here, infinity here and infinity here, so here. So this is becomes 0, anything divided by infinity is 0. Similarly this is 0. So what we have here, Z0 divided by J tan beta d. If we take it to the numerator, we will be getting minus J Z0 cot beta d. So if you measure the input impedance of this open circuited line, this is a open circuited transmission line of any length. See, starting from here, you are measuring the distance d here, d is the d, whatever d here, it is from the load point. If you move like this, distance varies. So that ZOC, ZIN means it is ZOC, we call it as a ZOC because it is a open circuited stub or open circuited transmission line. Impedance is ZOC. Okay, that depends upon the length of the line d. This length, if you move like this, it changes here. Actually, as a function of this, see, this is plotted, this equation, this ZOC is plotted as a function of d in this plot. See, this is a plot here, this is a plot. Okay, starting from here, see, this is JZ0 we took to the denominator of this, and because anyway it is a constant, it depends upon the value of d. So you're starting from load point, if you move like this, okay, you can observe here, you can observe this ZOC is a reactance. Again, it is a reactance, but negative reactance. First lambda by 4 distance, it is negative. Okay, but so if you move like this, negative reactance you will be getting, ZOC is negative reactance, and after lambda by 4 it becomes positive reactance. See, after lambda by 4 it becomes like a positive reactance. So in the first half it behaves like a capacitor, length 0 to lambda by 4, if you take, it behaves like a capacitor. After lambda by 4 it behaves like a inductor. So that is a property of this. Again, this is opposite to the short circuited stub. See here, if you take a short circuited stub, if the length is from 0 to lambda by 4, it behaves like a inductor, positive reactance, and after lambda by 4 it behaves like a capacitor. Okay, like inductor first lambda by 4, after this up to this it behaves like a capacitor. But in this converse, first lambda by 4 distance it behaves like a capacitor, 0 to lambda by 4. If we take a length, input impedance looks like a capacitive reactance. Okay, like this. and after that it behaves like a inductive reactance, lambda by 4 to lambda by 2. Length of the line is lambda by 4 to lambda by 4 to lambda by 2. It behaves like a inductor. So this can also be used for implementing the inductor and a capacitor. In microwave applications, inductor can also be obtained using this open circuited transmission line, because this input impedance depends upon the length of the line here, length of the line. This is just a transmission line, open circuit here. Take a particular length of D, the input impedance is either capacitive reactance or a inductive reactance. So this transmission line you can use for that application. Okay, that is the advantage of this. And it is open circuit. Easily we can do this in the planar technology. We can easily do this, and instead of this short also. This is somehow little difficult to do the short line bias we needed, but open circuit means need not to connect from here to here. Just you take a particular length, it behaves like a capacitor, and next to lambda by 4 to lambda by 2, if you take a length, it behaves like a inductor. So we can make use of this for implementing the inductor. So what we needed, between these two terminals there should be a positive reactance for inductor, and between these two terminals there must be a negative reactance for capacitance. That depends on the length of the line. Take properly this length. This open circuited transmission line or a stub behaves like a inductor or a capacitor. So you can use this as a replacement for the inductor and capacitor. Okay, so that is here. It is called as open circuited stub, open stub. Okay, so using either short circuit stub or a open circuit stub, we can implement the inductor and capacitor. Okay, and value of, based on the value of inductor and capacitor needed, this distance we have to calculate. Length of the line, this is called as length of the line, we have to calculate. So like in this case, we got here in this problem, I want a 1 nanohenry based on frequency of operation and given transmission line characteristic impedance, we can get the length of the line. Okay, if it is a short stub, we used this to get the what is this length. This length, it is 5.7 mm. Okay, and characteristic impedance is 50 ohm, and at only 3 gigahertz. 3 gigahertz only it gives a 1 nanohenry, not other frequencies, because this length depends on the operating frequency. For other frequency, if you see if you apply 2 gigahertz here, this is not equal to 1 nanohenry. See, for example, in this circuit. Okay, is it visible? Hello, hello, is it visible? My PPT is visible? Okay, so here, see this. Okay, so this is 5.7. Okay, this is at 3 gigahertz. So if you apply the frequency 3 gigahertz, then only we will be observing it is equal to 1 nanohenry between these two terminal. But if you apply 2 gigahertz, it is not equal to 1 nanohenry. It may be something. Okay, that's why at the operating frequency, you should calculate length of the line. Okay, only at that frequency it behaves like a inductor of whatever you interested. Okay, not at the other frequencies. Okay, so like that it is a depend. So we can use either open circuited stub or a short circuited stub to implement the inductor and capacitor. Okay, in the next class we will see a few more examples how to implement different values of capacitor and inductor, how to implement and get the value of this one. Hello. Okay, so is it Abhilash is present? Abhilash G.
Yes, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Gagan? Gagan?
Present, ma'am.
Present. Okay, fine. Arshini?
Yes,
Present.
ma'am.
Okay. Pallavi. Pallavi is present. Hello, Pallavi. Pallavi. Preeti. Preeti is present. Hello, Preeti.
Yes, ma'am.
Present. Okay. Shreyas.
Present, ma'am.
Present. Okay, fine. Unnati. Unnati.
Present, ma'am.
Okay, fine. See, all of you must be till my class over. Okay, and this is attendance. What I am taking is attendance. That's why I am scrolling from top to bottom here. This will go to your final. And also, as I said, anything may happen. Okay, there may be a strict attendance may follow. Finally, you people cannot do. That's why all of you must attend the class regularly. Okay. Okay. Okay, today we will stop here. In the next class we will continue tomorrow.